Hey guys, it's Ken here from the Retro Toyscapades channel, and today I'm checking out another childhood cartoon character crush from the 1980s. Here's Teela from the Masters of the Universe. So Teela was introduced in the Masters of the Universe cartoon as the adopted daughter of Man-at-Arms and the biological daughter of the Sorceress, keeper of the secrets of Castle Grayskull. For the protection of her daughter, the sorceress had kept the truth of her role as Mummy Dearest from Teela. Nothing is known as well of the origin of Teela's father, but given the family history, we can assume that he was a great warrior of some form and not a simple peasant of Eternia. In other words, Teela did not come from nothing. In the classic cartoon series, Teela is portrayed as a fiercely independent warrior and the captain of the Royal Palace Guard, and chiefly responsible for training and protecting Prince Adam, unaware that he is in fact He-Man. With so many skeletons in the closet, we wonder how Teela's reaction will be when she finally finds out the reality behind all the things that she's been led to believe. Will she scream that she's been lied to her whole life? If that day should ever come, it would be wise to perhaps take a leave of absence from the palace grounds of Eternia. In the cartoon, there was always the hint that Teela was romantically interested in He-Man, but regarded his human identity of Adam as being lazy and cowardly. We can also imagine that it must have been equally frustrating for Adam to know that the very attractive Teela was only interested in his heroic and shirtless alter ego. Mattel produced an action figure for Teela in Wave 2 of the vintage toy line. The sculpting work for the figure is very well done, given the limitations of the time. On the secondary market, Teela is a somewhat hard-to-find figure complete with all her multiple accessories, which include a headdress, a staff, and a shield. It must be pointed out as well that Teela and Evelyn were the only two female figures produced for the entire vintage He-Man line. Breaking it down, the Good Masters had one female assigned to them, while Skeletor's forces also had one single solitary female in their team. All we can say is there must have been a lot of cold showers in Eternia during that time. Teela also appeared in motion picture form in the 1987 Masters of the Universe film alongside Dolph Lundgren as He-Man. Though she was played by the very attractive actress Chelsea Field, yet her role in the movie was minimal and her costume had no comparison to that of her cartoon and action figure designs. Here, she looks like she belongs more in an episode of Buck Rogers or Star Trek than a medieval sword and sorcery fantasy such as He-Man. Teela was one of the very first female hero characters to make a huge impact on pop culture. While we also did have characters like Wonder Woman and Supergirl, yet those ladies enjoyed enhanced powers and abilities, while Teela was far closer to being that of an average human lady, yet with remarkable fighting skills and bravery. Her only peer in this arena would be Red Sonja. Now, watching the cartoon series as kids, many of us wished we were He-Man, but the reality of it was that we were probably closer to the bumbling Prince Adam. And yet having an insanely attractive woman like Teela watching over us just made for a perfect Saturday morning. So that's my look at Teela from Masters of the Universe. Do let me know what your favorite childhood cartoon character crushes from the 80s were. And if you like this video, do support me by subscribing to the Retro Toyscapades channel. Thank you, and I'll catch you guys again soon.